Is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. This fielded at the 2.
Can't do that.
And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go.
12.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Like yesterday.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Oh, I say you want to play for $1
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Be advanced for 3.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Against Mike. I still hit that format like I still hit the team set up as I was playing Mike, so I just picked it up. Yeah, I beat him for $3.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They run forward with Breida. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
Getting into the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. And it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert, trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Matt Judon there to bring him down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. He's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 43.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
And now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
I switched it up here now and then. You tell me to play with a regular team, so that's why I started playing with different teams.
This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Now Garoppolo. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 46. Jihad Ward. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Come back. No, I came back. I'm trying to hear that blues,
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
We got 4.
1, Omaha.
Check 99.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. That's complete to his speedy wideout, Goodwin. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
No. I played on that safety. I helped him out.
They've already gone for it and made it once on this opening drive. They're going to try it again on 4th down. They'll run it with Coleman. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. This is Mostert. And he's got some space here. That one 28 yards on the ground. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
#21.
We're scoreless after 1.
Here we go.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
21.
Check Mike 57. Mike 57. I'm coming after you.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So there's some disappointment.
It's funny, we had a conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. And what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's Jackson. And he's going to air it out right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead. 76 yards, and the Ravens have taken the lead. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ain't no damn luck, nigga. Ain't no damn luck.
Here we go, here we go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Yada, yada,
They had
yada,
3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped them in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe bashed
that.
it.
Super toe.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
He got a ton of pressure in his face. It just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Well, fellas, here we go.
Crash, crash.
11.
57 to Mike. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Go.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Got his target single. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Oh, design run for their wideout. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
Graduated with your brother. Graduated with your brother.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. It's caught by Coleman. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
June 10th, make it a year.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Vacation. Take a little vacation. Easy a bit, dog. Weekends off, holidays off. Shit, straight.
This offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After the interception, here's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before before he works it past the 50. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Snead's got it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown there to make the grab as the Ravens push further out in front. This time the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. A good pickup there on 1st as a screen pass gets a lead.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Man open. It's Goodwin. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup. 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. Now that play is blown up. Losing yardage back at the 35.
Here we go.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
11.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe one he had that ended their last drive. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Hey, Perry, that nigga threw them in double cover. If that nigga got hit 2 times, got hit from my corner and got hit by me, what make you think he gonna catch that man? Huh?
The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here. Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there was a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Jackson now. And he's got Snead. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Jackson. He'll have a first down inside the 10, and he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll look to run with Ingram. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal. Now Jackson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Tucker's kick is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football, and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will it be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now Mostert. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
They still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. They run again with Breida, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. And a 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the lead is down to 10 now at 16-6. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine a head coach when he ordered the field goal, please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful not being too...
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Buying time to his left. And he whips that one incomplete there. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
I don't like screaming the fuck.
To throw again. Jackson being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
You get the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll indeed go for it. Jackson escaping the pressure right. He may try. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Throwing is Jackson. Flushed out right. Early pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Eric Armstead picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Jackson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
On is the punter Cook, who sends it away. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
2.
Now Garoppolo. This one complete to Coleman. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down.
Watch the safety creep.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know blitz coming and down he goes. Josh Bynes came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
21.
Watch twist.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
1, Omaha.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Come on.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now it's Jackson. Got a man, it's Brown. He got 29 yards that time. Jackson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 2 yards out as the Ravens push further out in front. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Hey, I'm out there quote you on what you had just said, nigga. You ain't beat me no 5 times. You beat me 3 times. You ain't beat me no damn 5 times. You talk crazy as hell. You gonna beat me 3 times. You ain't beat me 5 times.
San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
You must have dreamed about it, but you ain't beat me no damn 5 times. You beat me 3.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to sling, and it's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he's going to go down again. From the corner, Jimmy Smith blitzes for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Jackson, this will be caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards the pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Here's Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Jackson will throw again. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. DeForest Buckner in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
No.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now a desperation throw, and he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his second touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one.
There he goes, left side. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida, 75 yards. And the 49ers get a score closer. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
He's got it. So they convert the two. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a two-score game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Steps away to his left. It's caught by Mark Ingram. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On 3rd down, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
We got to step it up.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. And now comes the field goal unit on. And, boy, this is asking an awful lot here. Maybe that's an understatement. This to make it a 3-score game late. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. And this score will stay right where it is. I got nothing after that try.
Yeah, don't even try.
21.
I mean, he tried it from the parking lot.
Hey, alert!
On 1st down, Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. One final try now for Garoppolo. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. Then they went for 2. It wouldn't have mattered. The game was over, but they didn't get that 2-point conversion.
I think trying to get the 2 points, that was for pride for them.
Yeah.
But obviously the guys on the other side of the ball had some pride, too. They stopped the 2-point play, even though, as you noted, it did not matter. So both teams battled to the end.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara.
That motherfucker said he got the meanest damn blitzer on Madden history. Your ass. Like that shit ain't do a damn thing for him.
It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish now. The story flip if I let you tell it.
So he said play over the regular playbook a bit off.
I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any come and see, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG's spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a
regular
playbook. Scholars got them chocolates opening. Got them fixing up they eyes.
What difference is that gonna make, big dog? Gotta be playing with.
I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is in. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Up this magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Denver Broncos. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Six-man. Check girls, check.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson It's complete to Snead. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson buying time to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
Ready? 60 or. Check 3. He's crossing. He's checking.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. It's a foot race. 30, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay, 91 yards, and the Broncos have taken the lead. So their backs were against the wall, deep back in their own territory, and they run it all the way down into the end zone.
That takes a lot of coordination for an offensive team, doesn't it? Because, let's face it, it's really not a surprise that they're going to run the ball in that situation. Backed up that close to their own end zone, they usually do call running plays, trying to be safe. Instead, it turns into an electrical run, a bolt for your team, and off he goes to the races.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Jackson now. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And he fires one that's intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. That one 28 yards on the ground.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
Down. 10 logo. You better be afraid of me. You better be. Hey, wahoo. That's 57's right.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Hey, check. Defense.
Lock now on 1st down. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Touchdown, baby.
A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first. Ingram again, a first down carry. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. Now Jackson, flushed out right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now it's Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And down inside the 15 he goes. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Throwing is Jackson, eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. To throw again on second down. Jackson flush to his right. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 12-yard line.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
7. Yeah. Here we go. Hey, exit. Hey, rock it. Fight.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, on is the punter, Colby Wadman. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
21-3 is your score after 1. Throwing on second down. Jackson. It's caught by Roberts. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. Now it's Jackson. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Jackson escaping the pressure right. This will be caught by Brown. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Throwing again on second down. Jackson being chased out left. He's going to touchdown Ravens. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
No. Davis from the top rope. I like it. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to come from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Nice 57, 57's right. Ricky, 5, 2.
Now Locke throwing on second down. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Let's go. Let's go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be tipped off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a no-hitter, right? Pitcher's throwing a no-hitter, gives up a hit late. You're so close to accomplishing everything you want and don't quite get it done. They'll come back with a vengeance on the next play.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Here we go, Gary. Let's 57. 57's mic. Hey, let's get that home. Hey. Motion. Reset.
Locke taking the snap at 1. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
57. Mike, 57. I'm on. Now. 57. Hey, 2. I got you. 57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Here we go on 4th down with Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
On the set.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Matt Judon. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
57. Mike, 57. Go. Hey, Alpha.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Let's pick it up.
Ready?
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And that is incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Hey, Foxtrot.
57 Mike 57.
They'll go for it. It's Locke. And it'll be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. To throw is Jackson. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Hey, we got to get this stop.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That's caught left side by the tight end, Boyle. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Jackson now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to his right. He'll run it. And he'll be out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think yes, sir.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Locke. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Throwing now is Locke. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now Locke, 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Looking deep downfield. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Steps away to his left. Snead's got it. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Again, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood, Marquise Brown there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. On first down, right back to Lindsey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That last play, though, not indicative of the night he's had running the football.
No, you're exactly right about that because all through this evening, it's been their night, hasn't it? One play here, they get it against them. I wouldn't worry about that very much at all. Just continue to do what they've been doing.
55, 57 to Mike, 57 to Mike. You got nothing to get it.
On second and 11 now. Lock. And that'll be incomplete. Philip Lindsay, the intended target. And it's third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
87's mine. Don't worry about that. Watch the slant. Go. Hey, Wahoo.
Throwing his lock on third down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 Fs for a rookie quarterback.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Out to his left. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. Dancing to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his second touchdown of the night, and the Ravens have retaken the lead. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Here's Jackson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the third quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On second down, here's Locke. He'll find Lindsey here. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Hey, orbit. Ready?
From the gun on third down, Locke got a man. That's complete to Hamilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
On first down, Lindsey. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
57 Mike. Mike 57. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Locked to throw on second down. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. 57, come on.
Locke working out of the gun. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the draw. Lindsey. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Philip Lindsey with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying,
and look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go now.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Adam Gotsis, the Aussie, with a sack. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Throwing is Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back up. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way down to the 37. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drag. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. And we'll have to check the flag, but I think this one's going to stand. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Got it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Here we go.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Marcus Peters up to make the tackle. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Locke flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw on 3rd down. Locke. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Hey, Charlie. Give me something.
Locke to throw for it on 4th. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Look at me. Zipper. Motion. Ready?
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, yeah.
Lock again here on 2nd and 10. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
And the Broncos first down.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run here with Lindsey. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Ravens 38.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it 3rd down and less than a yard. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They get the sack on the blitz, but it was 3rd and inches. Are you surprised like I am they weren't running the football there?
I'm right there with you. I would have thought at worst, quarterback sneak, try and pick up the 1st down and move on. But instead, I think they thought they could catch him by surprise and maybe hit something deep.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
17, guys. Check him out. He's going to sit right over the middle. Watch the middle. Watch tight end. Hey.
Lock gonna go on 4th down. He's got his tight end fan. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Here we go. 50, plant.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Now.
To throw is Lock. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
We got 4. Yo, go. Hey, Delta.
They'll go for it. It's Lock. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Where you go? Mark. You ready, big dog? You ready, big dog? You ready? I'll call a timeout for you, big dog.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages.
Hey, turn my mic on. Where you go? Hold on, my only 11 seconds on the clock. I ain't gonna talk no jump, but I'm gonna put it on your wall.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Only one timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take...
And got his man complete. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. Put a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lanyap, a little extra on top.
Point up and good, but this one is decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this
ball game. Up 21-3,
so we
letting them come back
to the
by
very
21.
end of this one, the score, the final play that they didn't
That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful right now.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time.
I played with the same team. What's different?
They're not living up to the message they're sending out.
play with the Bears again? Should I play with the
that'll
Patriots
do it
again?
for us. For my partner,
more do I
Charles
gotta play?
Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.
You told me don't
The
use it.
Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.
Yeah, you can't stop it. Can't stop it. I'll pick Tom Brady next time. Man, you don't want to give me my props. You don't want to get a bad props. That's tough. I played one of my. Huh? I only played him like 3 times. Played with the Patriots, Baltimore, then last night played with the 49ers.